What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and today I'm bringing to you an update version of my current Airsoft Loadout for 2019. I've recently been becoming a bigger fan of PMC loadouts, mercenary loadouts, militia loadouts, so with some of those ideas in mind and just to make my own play style of indoor CQB Airsoft more effective for myself, this is the gear that I've put together, as well as some upgrades from previous loadouts that I've had to make it effective for me. So I hope you get some ideas from this loadout to help for your own loadout. So let's get right into this Airsoft loadout. So you can kind of consider this a PMC, Merc, mercenary, or militia loadout. The primary that I'm running is the Vfc Vr 16 M4 rifle. I've had this gun for about 2 years now and it's still running really strong. It's got a flat hop to it as well as a MOSFET, which adds better trigger response and improves the rate of fire even in semi-automatic, which is really nice. Everything else in regards to the internals is still stock. So in terms of what I have on it though, there's been a lot of external parts added to it. I got an AIM T1 red dot sight, which really helps for medium to long range shots. I can get some pretty long distance shot with this, especially with the flat hop that was added, and the spring that's in this is an M110, so I can get about 360 to 370 FPS, which is just below my indoor CQB limit at the field that I play at. Here I have a Night Evolution dual pressure switch, which is basically a replica of the Surefire dual pressure switch. It's really good for a replica, so the button in front would activate my flashlight here, which is a Black Cat M600. This is a replica of the Surefire M600. It actually has white illumination for about 300 lumens, and then it even has IR lights for if you have night vision. The rear button will activate my Element PEC 15. This is the green laser version, so if for whatever reason my flashlight runs out of battery, I can still switch it for the flashlight that it has. In fact, before I got this flashlight, I was using the PEC 15's flashlight, and it was still pretty good. I got around maybe 200 lumens out of it. As well, it has a green laser to it, which isn't really necessary, but you know, it's there if you need it. But more importantly, it has an IR laser to it as well, so if you are running night vision and nods with it, then well, you got this to supplement with your IR lights. The camera that I have on the side mounted is a Runcam 2 with a 35mm lens by Brain Exploder, and it's held by a Brain Exploder side rail mount. He just recently started putting these out, and I haven't done a review on this yet, but I will pretty soon. But this is the new camera setup that I will be using for the future. Also, the sling that I'm using is just a simple 1-point sling. I like it just because it's pretty simple to use and I can still transition with it fairly easily whenever I need to switch to my sidearm or for whatever means. So on the top I will have just a standard baseball cap. Shots to the forehead are pretty painful, so I will have this as well as a GoPro mounted on top. With the straps, it does provide a little bit more protection to my forehead. The goggles that I run are Pyramex Full Seal safety goggles. These are, in my opinion, one of the best full seal goggles that you can get, because they'll have little vent holes that you can just open up even if it wasn't intentional, but it does help to reduce fogging on the field for me. And It has a little clip on the back that you can adjust, so it's easier to fit over your face, that it fits snugly. I just run a standard mesh mask over my face because dental is expensive here in Canada, but I've also added Brain Exploder's ear protection pieces, which I find is the best way to protect your ears, because getting shot in the ears is pretty bad as well, and you get this really bad ringing in your ears when you get shot in the ear. So I highly recommend having some sort of ear protection for yourself if you want to protect your ears. To protect my neck, I just use a standard bandana with some nice camo. It's just something simple. I don't really, I just keep it really simple in terms of this area. The gloves that I'm using are now mechanics gloves. These are just standard ones. There's no padding or anything. With a little bit of comfort that it provides, though, it gives me enough feeling in my fingers so I can move them around pretty easily. It will still take some of the impact if I get shot in the hand, because getting shot in the hand is pretty bad, but without the padding, so to speak, you will feel it, and it will still sting a little bit, but at least it won't make any bruises or cause any like bleeding. So having this is better than nothing. It just makes it easier for me to keep my fingers pretty nimble. I currently run a battle belt ever since I first started because I wanted to stay lightweight as possible. I'm not a speed softer, but I do like to be lightweight so I can be fast enough whenever I do need to move quickly. So I simply have a UTG heavy belt, which helps hold out my stuff, and then also because I've experienced more and more issues of the belt sagging the more I run, so it'll either just come apart or it'll just sag down, and then I have to keep readjusting it. I'm using a Black Hawk harness or suspender to help keep all of the gear up, and you'll notice that I keep everything pretty centered, and this is just so it's easier for me to grab everything in one place as opposed to having to reach around my waist for stuff. So in terms of my when I run my M4, I'll have 3 mags. Okay, these are just simple M4 mag pouches, open on the top, of course, and these are all mid caps. On the side, on the right here, is my secondary. This is my trusty Tokyo Marui 24-shot Python revolver. Still, in my opinion, the best airsoft revolver to get. And for that, it's really silent. It's obviously non-blowback, so you get pretty good gas efficiency from this, and it's green gas, so it'll shoot about 275 to 300 FPS, which is pretty nice. As a bonus to that, I've made my own custom speed loaders for my revolver to quicken the reloading time. So these are speed loading tubes, which I custom made, and these are just held in 1 Tigris magazine pouches. These are normally for pistol magazines, but they work just as well for these speed loaders. On the left side is where I keep my rubber knife in case I'm lucky enough to get close enough to get a knife kill. All the way to the side here is where I keep my Chimera Junior Airsoft grenade. Lastly, just to the right of my revolver, I will keep a speed loader. This is a 400 round speed loader. This is just so that if worst case scenario I run out of ammo in my mags, I can quickly reload them, and also provide extra ammo for any of my teammates if they need more ammo and they need to load on the field. But this will also help load my revolver when I'm on the field to make things easier. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Airsoft Loadout that I've put together for 2019 and onwards. Again, this is just my sort of approach of a so-called PMC or mercenary loadout, just in terms of an airsofter who just likes to have fun and put together a civilian loadout, PMC loadout, Merc loadout, militia, whatever you want to call it. But I hope this gives you some ideas on what you can put together for your own airsoft loadout that's simple, lightweight, but still effective enough for CQB such as myself. So with that said, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and hope to see you guys in my future videos. Until next time, peace out.